Hello everybody and welcome to a spotlight on Undermine. In very short, the best way I can describe this is apparently we have 3 save files, which makes total sense. I've played about half an hour of this, as you can see. The best way to describe this game, in my honest opinion, is a love baby between The Binding of Isaac and Spelunky. There's a little bit of both, there's some original elements to it, we'll get into that in a minute. First things first, we're just going to go down into the mine, which is the roguelike randomly generated dungeon. And you'll quickly see what I mean with the Isaac-related elements. First and foremost though, this is definitely a controller game. You can play with mouse and keyboard, I do not recommend it. Because your attack direction is based on where your mouse is, but then like, technically might be better, but it's a little bit more tricky to get into. The moment you pick up a controller, especially if you've played Isaac before, it'll seem fairly natural to you. So what you do is you go around and you go collect gold. But the moment you mine gold, these slimes show up and you can just yeet them off the screen. It's not that big of a deal. And this is the main gameplay loop. As far as I can understand, your main goal in going into the dungeon is getting gold so you can get upgrades, so you can get deeper into the dungeon to get more gold. That is the basic idea. You'll see water on the floor as well. Maybe that's going to be relevant later on in this video. If not, I'll just tell you right now, water puts out fire and conducts electricity. Yeah, the water on the floor is more than just the statics, which I actually really do appreciate quite a lot. You'll have your pickaxe as your basic weapon. I'm not paying a lot of attention, so I'm getting hit quite a lot. These blue slimes are normal enemies, and they're actually kind of annoying to deal with, honestly. And you just go from room to room, and you deal with the stuff you have to deal with. Just as easy as that. And then soon we should be finding the exit room. There it is, the next one up. And you'll see that I have about 350, 70 almost gold now. And actually, I almost forgot, we didn't get a relic room yet this floor. I'm not entirely sure if there's always going to be a relic room on every single floor, like there would be an item room in Isaac, for instance. But so far it seems that maybe that is the case. I don't know why this flame is purple. This is the salamander tail. It's a relic. Chance to get hit on hits to ignite your enemy. There we go. We have a relic that allows us to... You can just walk over the bridges, by the way. But you can also jump, which is way different from the game I mentioned before. Then again, I guess in Spelunky you can do that, but it's... Mostly the Spelunky is just like you go down into a mine. That is mostly the likeness it has to Spelunky, I'm going to be honest with you. It's really not that close to Spelunky in any gameplay sense, but in a thematic sense, it definitely is. And in a gameplay sense, it definitely takes most of its beats from The Binding of Isaac. Not to say that this is a unoriginal game in any sense. It has some original stuff, quite a lot of original stuff. From what I've seen so far. If only it is just like different item gimmicks and mechanics, and potentially I'm assuming synergies, and the jumping also makes for different navigation, right? Okay, so here we have a skeleton which you can peep, and sometimes the skeletons have items, or like bombs or keys, things that you want. This time around, obviously, I got unlucky. This room I have not seen before, so let's just step on this offer. Okay, so I'm guessing we can offer a relic here, which I prefer not to offer up the thing that puts enemies on fire. I don't know why there's a key there suddenly, I probably just missed it before. So yeah, I definitely don't want to give up the thing that puts my enemies on fire, because this seems like a very powerful relic. So if I get another relic today in this run, we might try that out, but we might not get any more relics is the thing. You also have this little bird which helps you pick up gold. And it has, as you can see in the top right corner here, oh, another relic room, fantastic. It has a one with a circle, so I'm assuming the bird can level up. I'm assuming it works a little bit like the Bumbo item from, well, surprise, surprise, The Binding of Isaac. I don't know what it does once it levels up. Maybe it'll just pick up money quicker, maybe it'll start dealing damage, and this is enemies exploding arrows after critical strike. That seems really good as well. I don't know if I necessarily want to give that up either. But I'm going to just because I'm curious. We'll go down to the last room on this floor in a moment. And I'll show you the shop. That is what the shop is. So let's offer this up and see what happens. Because I'm assuming we get something better out of it. We don't. We do not. Let's pick it back up. I guess this is just a... Okay, so once you put something down, you can only change what you put down. Maybe this is some kind of meta progression thing. It could be, right? There's definitely some meta progression. We'll get into that after I die in this run. I jumped into the main gameplay here first for a reason. The shop is as easy as that. You can buy bombs for 50, some food which gets you health back, which I actually kind of need, for 50, or a chest in a bottle drops a random chest. That seems really good. Let's get that and use it right away. It drops a chest down here. We open it and that gives us some bombs and toughness. Blessing level 1 increases maximum health. Yes, please. We also got cursed, I believe. That doesn't seem particularly great. So now let's go down to the gold mines, I think. 3? Yeah, that's 3. Which is also where we fight our first boss fight. Boss fights seem to be always the same. Though I haven't beaten it, this one yet. So maybe it isn't. And it changes once you... Can I jump over these? I can't, but I can blow them up to get a key, because I don't really have a lot of keys. I've got 2, which is... Wrong button, damn it. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's free food. Amazing. Okay, so this is an item which you need to take some damage for to get? Yeah. Again, it's a mechanic that's... oh, that's a trap chest. That was a waste of my health. Really big waste of my health. Again, a mechanic that you probably know from Isaac. I'm going to need this food because we're going to be fighting a boss fight here in a moment. And I am determined to try and beat this fight. I might not, but I'm going to try my damnedest. This... You gotta unlock him with a special key, which I do not have. So I'm guessing that is after you beat the boss fight, you can come back here and unlock that for him, and that gets you, I think, some more meta progression options. A lunchbox stores pieces of food for later. That is really, really good. That's really good. I'm assuming that might work automatically since it's down there in the bottom left of the screen, though I don't know that for sure. Okay, so this is the boss room. This is the boss, and as you can see, he's a rock boy. And obviously, there's some water here, because why wouldn't there be? Would be way too easy if I could just burn him to death, which actually seem to be doing a decent amount of burn damage, so that's good. I've fought this boss 5 times so far, which should give you about an indication as to how long these runs on average have been. You can jump over most of the attacks. Again, jumping, I want to say the combat in this sets it apart from a game like Isaac. I also think the music is a little bit loud, but that's just because my speaker is on full volume. Okay, I beat him! It's the first time I beat him. I beat him on screen, and that is a lot of money. And that's the special key. So you also get some blueprints, which we'll get into in a minute. That unlocks, again, meta progression kind of stuff. And these purple things are a secondary currency, which I don't know what you use that for yet. But now let's unlock this prisoner. Oh, thank you, help friend. Very gladly I get out of this cage. I'm heading back up. Don't trust a wizard. Got nowhere else to go. Blah, 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 blah. A rock pile mimic. Yeah. That. Oh, you give me a bomb. You're not going to give me anything else. Let's go check out the last room on this floor as well, because it might have something good. That's the thing about roguelite, right? Because You can also throw your weapon. That's we haven't run into these guys yet. These guys are kind of annoying and difficult to hit. Best bet you have is throwing your weapon at them like a boomerang. So, kind of, again, with the Isaac parallels, we're gonna keep doing this because it's a really good parallel. Every character, like every run you do, you only have one character, at least so far I do. But I think I just like have one character. In that regard, plays a little bit like, what is the dude that can switch back and forth between melee and shooting in Isaac? I think it's the Keeper? No, that's not the Keeper. The Keeper is the... It's the Forgotten? The Fallen. No, not the Fallen, that's the boss. The Skeleton dude. That's the one I mean. Okay, so we're in Gold Mine 4 now. And for this we need 4 or more keys? That's a lot of keys to get into a shop. Holy hell. We're in uncharted territory for me right now. I've never been this far down the mine because obviously I've never beaten that first boss. And I didn't expect to actually get down here, so I kind of want to, like... I'm not going to die on purpose. Also, you can enlarge the minimap with the D-pad up, which was a very nice thing when I found out. So I'm not going to just throw here because we're deep down and we can make some major money, I'm expecting, because look at that, we've almost got 900 gold so far into this run. And oh yeah, these slimes, I've seen them before, the black slimes, and they're oil. And this is where the... Oh, they become fire slimes. That makes a lot of sense, actually. This is where the elemental synergies come into play I talked about before. If you're standing on water and somebody using an electric attack on something else in the water, you are going to get electrocuted. If you are, for instance, on fire and you step in the water, the fire will disappear, and I just died. If you use a fire attack on an oil enemy, things will, well, get on fire. And apparently it'll just change into a fire enemy, at least the slime one did. That was a quick run through of what a run of this game looks like. This guy sells very, very expensive upgrades. Upgrade your bomb to blow up new kinds of rocks. So those are the rocks we saw in a room. I didn't point them out, but they were like bluish rocks. I'm guessing this upgrade allows you to break those blocks, which then allows you to get things like stronger potions and stuff like that. Bomb upgrade increases your bomb damage. You can also use bombs for damage, I guess. The main upgrade room, at least for right now, is going to be this one. I tested it out, and these are not just like one-time upgrades. These are base upgrades to your stats for every single run you do from here on out. So you have weapon upgrades, increases swing damage. You have linen pullover, a tunic upgrade, which increases the maximum health of your character. You have the gloves upgrade, increases the range damage, which is this attack. You have gold tech upgrade, lose less gold on death. We're gonna get one of those for sure, because I just lost like 500 gold by dying. We're gonna get the second one of those again, because I just lost a lot of gold by dying. And then you have a balanced counterweight. Counterweight upgrade increases the throw range. Oh, that's also very useful. Probably want to look into that. Then you have one last room. Well, there's one room here to the right still I can't enter. I'm guessing that allows you to bring a potion into the dungeon to begin with. And then there's also a stand here, which hasn't been filled yet, which looks like it might allow you to bring food. So then you have this wizard here who like runs the entire thing, apparently, which also sells you upgrades. I'm assuming these are all permanent upgrades as well. I wanted to buy this one, but obviously I only have 10 gold. So let's go back into the mine with the upgrades I just got and see what that gets us, really. We're going to do one more quick run. And then we're going to end of the video. As you can see now, suddenly, these blocks are here. So we kind of need a bomb, an upgraded bomb, for which we need the upgrade, which costs 2,000 gold to get it. So we're not going in that direction, clearly. And it seems like now that we've beaten the first couple of floors, there might be like just changes in the rooms in general. Because I see a room to the left here, which icon I don't think I've seen before. So let's go check that out. You seem new. I'm a black rabbit, the adorable mother of Kratos, queen of the tavern, and destroyer of hot cross buns. That's... Are you coming on to me? Oh yeah, of course. I didn't even go over the blueprints. Because I'm not entirely sure what they do yet, to be honest. But... If I come back in here, will it be gone? No, it will not. Let's hope that we can get 25 gold, because whatever it is, I'm guessing that is a good thing to have. So let's go try and get it. And then, what is this? Increases max health after eating food. That seems amazing! That seems really, really good! And then we have a chest here, which I didn't get damaged. Somehow, it was a trap chest. That was a waste of my time. Yeah, this floor definitely seems a little bigger than it was before, so I don't know what, like, the meta progression, as far as, like, floor generation, how that goes. I'm assuming this might just be a one-off, like, RNG. It's a little bit bigger than it was last time, but it might actually be part of the game. So, and that's increasing my max health. Okay, so we can probably get fairly far in this run if our max health keeps increasing by that much. We can go back and get that little bit of paper, a blueprint, I'm guessing. Now, we can't go up there yet, which is really kind of annoying. Blueprint discovered, lucky charm, crafted at the blacksmith, which... Why? Which I'll show you guys in a moment, if and when we die. I mean, can we just, like... We can give up at any time if we want. Actually... I'm guessing if we give up, we get to keep all of the gold we've collected so far. So that might actually... Maybe sometimes you want to give up. I'm going to try that out in a moment here. We're going to do the first 3 floors again after... Oh yeah, these pits, unlike in The Binding of Isaac, which I've been comparing this game to a lot, I know, they're not harmless. You can actually fall down them and they cause damage. So don't do what I just did, because... That's painful. Don't do that. So you can clearly see as you progress in the... That was stupid. As you progress in the game, it seems like you get more gold from just like any rock, because the big chunks are now giving me 25, and I wasn't getting 25 chunks before at all. But also your first couple of floors are going to get easier and easier and easier, because you keep upgrading your weapons, and eventually, I'm assuming, you're just going to one-shot everything on the first couple of floors. I'm also assuming, I don't know this for sure yet, but because of that, I'm assuming that there's going to be a mechanic which allows you to skip, like, a type of floor. Like, we are in the gold mines now. You're a big rat. You deal a lot of damage. Oh, well... Not really, you have a lot of HP, is what I meant to say. We are in the gold mines now. I'm expecting there's maybe going to be like diamond mines after this, and when we get there... I don't have a key. And when we get there, there might be a possibility for us to like unlock an elevator or something. Much like in the mines in Stardew Valley, right? What are you? You are somebody that's gonna give me a lot of money. Holy crap! Okay, I approve of this. I definitely approve of this. I think I just destroyed an item by accident. Yeah, I approve of this very much. I don't know what caused that. I don't need to know. I'm okay not knowing. That's fine. Oh yeah, so going back to the elemental thing here, as you can see, if I lure one of these oil slimes into the water, he turns into a water slime. I don't know if there's any, like, other elements that we are going to come across. There probably will be on lower floors, which we're not going to make it to today, because we're at 4 HP. So we're about to die. As a matter of fact, let's give up. Not yet. We'd be insane to give up when we're at the end of a floor. At least go into the next floor and see if you spawn... Maybe you have food. Maybe you have food. Okay, at least we get a little bit more gold. So, we would have missed out on like 50 some gold, like close to 70 maybe, if we didn't go down. So give up, and that still doesn't allow you to keep all of the money you have. Maybe you keep more money if your bird is a higher level, because the bird is taking away the bag? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know for sure. All I know is that needing 2,000 to blow up those bluish rocks is a lot of money. Anyway, so let's craft. We've got some things we can craft here, and that's what the purple things are for. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm guessing these are relics you either have to unlock this way, or you can bring them into the dungeon with you. Suitable attire for spelunking, dank caverns, exploring dusty tombs, and okay, so that's just Indiana Jones. You seem very interesting. Bomb doubler. Sometimes drop a new bomb when you use an old bomb. That seems really good. So, can I just like take this with me now? Is that just permanently in my inventory? That seems a little too good to be true. Maybe I can only have one of them at a time. I guess we will find out now, because we can actually craft this one as well. Okay, so this one goes into the dungeon? I guess? Maybe? Look, buddy, I'll let something slip if you... Okay, so let's go talk to the mage dude before we end up this video, just to be sure that we don't press the wrong button. Okay, so this is purely cosmetics. I'm guessing that the other item just got unlocked and the bomb doubler is something like a passive? See, this is not a tutorial video, this is a first impression video, and the one thing that, right, roguelites like this do a lot is not really giving you much of a tutorial, just dropping you in the game and letting you figure things out on your own. And honestly, I appreciate that, because generally speaking, I don't like sitting through like half an hour or an hour of tutorial before I can start my game. I just like to figure it out on my own. If you need a tutorial, your game design usually isn't optimal. Obviously that has exceptions. This game doesn't need a tutorial. This game hardly has a tutorial. You can pick it up and you can understand it, especially if you've played, like, again, I hate keeping to like bring up this game every single time, especially if you've played a game like Isaac before. You'll get used to this really, really quickly. Downside is, this game is going to take up a lot of my time, and I have a job. So, like, do I have time for this game? It's the question. I don't know, but maybe you do. There's a link down below in the description to the Steam page for this game if this video piques your interest and you want to check it out for yourself. Until next time, I have been Vlogger, you have been awesome. This has been Undermine. I'll see you all back next time. Bye.